Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of The Edge on IEC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. That's in North Alabama. And then you can also find us on syndicated television, and that's Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. I am so much in love with the vacuum sealer. Yeah, I'm going to tell you how to use this. Save time, save money, save food, buy foods on sale, and you're really going to love it. So let's go on ahead and I will take you into my kitchen and we're going to talk about how you use it. Okay, so here's something I absolutely love. If you like to preserve food, and maybe you buy food on sale such as flour, but you want to make sure it keeps bugs don't get in it, that kind of thing, you want a vacuum sealer. And I really do love this one. I'm going to put the description on top of the page right here so you can see where to get it. I got mine at Amazon. It was a great price. And one thing I wanted to remind you, though, tell you about, is you get this little cardboard insert. So when you're storing it, you want to keep that cardboard insert and leave it like this, okay? So that's all a big part of it. Now let me tell you what you can use it for. So I bought beans on sale right here, and so I just wanted to make sure that they would, because you don't want any oxygen. Air is an enemy, okay? So what I do, and let's just say I want to use some of these beans right here. I'm going to go ahead and cook some. I want to unseal it so you can hear that vacuum. So let's just say I go ahead and I use some of these beans, and then I want to seal it back up again. And by the way, you can reuse lid. Even your used lids will work on this. Now I'm going to show you real quick how to do this. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I make up my own flour. It's kind of like Bisquick, so I make up my own stuff. And what I do is I'll go ahead and put it in the smaller bags, put it in the freezer if you want to. You can even leave it out, it's not going to hurt. And you can use the bags for vacuum sealing, okay? Same deal with sugar. I found sugar on sale. And look at that. Alright, so I've got sugar. And so it's vacuum sealed. All of the air is out of it. So I'm in good shape there. I also like to hydrate certain vegetables and things like that. And these are just cucumbers. And look at that. Now I can hydrate them. I just like to eat them like a potato chip. They're really good. So I slice them pretty thin. Then the dehydrator is going to take maybe about a day, about 24 hours, maybe a little bit longer than that. The deal about it, like dill pickles, the deal about it is it needs to be crispy, just like a potato chip. Okay? Because if there's any moisture whatsoever, it's not going to keep years. Okay? It'll keep months, but not years. So let's just show you first what I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and turn this around so I can demonstrate right here. Now you'll also need this attachment, and I think it's like about 10 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that. And what you get with the attachment, which is pretty cool, this is the vacuum part. Now this would work in any, see if you already have a vacuum sealer, you can use this. And again, it's just like about less, I think it's less than 10 bucks. So this is for the regular mouth jar lid. This would be for the large mouth jar lid. Now if I'm using the large mouth, I just put this right here on the lid and it's done. For some reason, when you're using the regular mouth lid, you'll need to have another one of these. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so let's just say here I've used the beans. Let's go ahead and plug this in first. Plugs right here into the side. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So right here to the side of this, and that's going to be your little tubing right here. Now what you want to do is just put this in here. It's that easy. So you put it in like that. Okay, so I got the beans I wanted, but I've still got some in the jar. Okay, so they're still in here. I still want to seal it up. It's not going to hurt a thing. So here we go. I'll go on ahead and put this lid right here, and then my second lid, I need that. And when you're using the quart one, the small mouth, you have to put another lid on top, but now you put it like upside down like this. Now there's a two-step process that I use. You don't have to do this, but I want to make super sure, okay, that this is working. Alright, let's go ahead and take this out. My cardboard is out. Press down on the machine. Okay, I'm going to press it on And I'm going to show you how quick this is, like super fast. I hit accessory. There you go. Now what you want to do is pull this off. Pull this off, and you can see it's in there. But I want to do double time. So I'm going to put this down again. Press this down on the top. You can hear it click again. Did you hear that click? Click. It clicked again. So now, here we go. Alright, this is sealed. There is no air whatsoever getting into this thing right here. So my beans can last for years. Okay, so I'm putting this to the side. Okay, now, here are some, look at those tomatoes. Those are dried tomatoes. I can use those in anything. Okay, you can use them this winter when we have all that dreary winter weather. I'm bringing a little summertime into my house. So I've got that one. I've got this one. Now you want to keep the lids tight on here as well, okay? Just in case it were to knock over or whatever, nothing's going to happen. It's not going to open up. Air is not going to get to it. And here again are some cucumbers that I did the other day too. Alright, so, oh, and so I found this almond meal, almond flour on sale. You can even put the paper in here it came in. You know it's going to last. So again, let's just say I decide I want to make something out of the flour. All I've got to do is put the lid back on. Let's put this one on. I'm going to go down with that again on the top. I'm going to hit accessory. Okay, now you have to take this off before you take the lid off, okay? So it's done its thing, but now I want to do it again. You don't have to do this, but I do. And I'm going to tell you why. If you'll listen, I'm going to be quiet. I hope you can hear over the machine, but you'll hear it pop again. So that's why I have to do it twice. Did you hear that? And that's it took just a few seconds to make this happen. Crazy, isn't it? So there you go. I'm sealed up. Lid goes back on it, just like with the beans. The lid is back on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some of these, and I'll let you see. So these are dehydrated, and these are my cucumbers. I can hydrate these later on and use them for chips. What we're going to use them for. Look there. Now again, if it bends in any way or if it's soft in any way, it will preserve, but not as long. I want it to be for the long haul. So here we go. So these were in my dehydrator about 28 hours, I think. Oh, and let me show you something. Out of the dehydrator, I used to just tear up chips and stuff that would come out of my dehydrator. If you'll just gently lift up the bottom, just do that, this thing's going to pop up. See? Because they will stick, and I don't want to use anything for non-stick, okay, because I think that just adds too much moisture. Okay, let's put this in there. This one I think needs to be in the dehydrator just a little bit longer. See how it bends and it's not breaking? I don't want that, so I'm going to put that in here because I'm going to put some more cucumbers in here anyway. Okay, I want to break this one. See here how you heard that little crunch thing going on there? Because, I mean, well, I'll tell you something, anybody can grow as a cucumber, even me. So, again, you have an overabundance. I have pickles everywhere, even from last year pickles. So I don't need those, and I made so much relish, pickle relish. So I just want to keep them and have something to snack on. And again, this is so good for you. You know there's no preservatives in it. It is super good for you. I'm going to pile as many as I can in here. I don't really want to break them up that much, but let's put as many as we can. Okay, because you want to... Also, you got to think about inventory space in your closet or pantry or whatever you put your things in. Okay, so there we're going to put him in there. I think we can get him in there. Let's put him right here to the side. There we go. I think it'll work. And that one, see, it bends too much. So I'm going to keep putting him back in as well. Alright, let's put him in there. Let's put that one. And let's put that one. Can we squeeze one more? I think we can squeeze another one. So there we go. All right, let's put that one in there. Okay, now here's my lid. Again, you can reuse lids on this particular thing. But if you do, to make sure you clean them, make sure there's no food particles, there's nothing in it, okay? So make sure it's completely clean. All right, let's go ahead and put this on here again. There we go. Kind of tricky when you first. All right. So the lid goes on first. There were really no directions on how to use this, but the lid goes on first. Then you stick this in there. Make sure that this is on, okay? I just turned it off. It's on. And then you'll hit accessory. See, I heard it. Now, take that off. That's another thing I had to learn. Okay, I've got that lid on there. I want to make double, triple sure that this thing is going to be sealed. I'm going to hit accessory again. Now listen really close. Did you hear that? It went pop like that, so some more air came out of it. Again, air is the enemy in preservation. So there we go. I'm done. All right, and I'm going to get my lid. I want that to be on there tightly. Again, anything that you want to use. Now this thing is really good. Some of my little particles came on there. So this does this particular one, and I love it. Okay, I had one that I had for years, and I still have it. But I got to noticing it's just a little bit slow process, that kind of thing. So I went on ahead and got this one. I'm thinking it was somewhere around 50 bucks worth every single penny. Okay, so there's the on-off switch. If you want to seal with the bags, which would be these things right here, you can seal it, and you can do a dry seal right here. You can do a moist seal. So if you have meats, maybe you have leftover roast with gravy, and you want to put it in the freezer, put it in the bag. Make sure you get the right size bag, okay? This is a roll, so you can actually cut this off. And the roll actually fits here. So here's my roll right here. And so what I can do, I can put this out to any size I want it. And then you'll use this part right here to cut it. I'm not going to cut it, but just wanted to show you demonstration purposes only. Okay, so again, I can do dry, and that would be for my sugar that I found on sale. Right here, I got a really, really good price on this. And also my flour that I made into a biscuit. So whenever I'm making biscuits, it's just right there, okay? Oh, and by the way, let's say I only use part of this flour right here. I can reseal it as well. All right, so there we go on that. That's your moist. That's for your meat, your steak and gravy or whatever goes there. And then this is gentle. This would be like if you have your strawberries, you know, and you want to be kind to the strawberries so they don't get bruised. And but I'll have to tell you a trick on the strawberries. If you wash them off really good, put them in the freezer on a cookie sheet, good couple of hours, or you can even do overnight. It's not going to hurt it. So overnight, and then take them out, put them in this bag right here, and then put it right here on the gentle. Your strawberry is going to last forever in the freezer. Here's the accessory. Again, that's for this thing right here that we used on top with a jar. And then this is marinade. So let's just say I found steak on sale somewhere. Or if you do like I do, I buy my meats locally. I'm a local farmer. But I wanted to put maybe a marinade with it and let it sit in the freezer, you know, and it'll last for months. So you can go on ahead and use the marinade, and that's going to keep that marinade juices right into those meats. And when you take it out of the freezer, you're ready to go already. Okay, and then let's say I clicked the wrong one. I hit moist when I should have hit gentle. All I got to do is click right there on the little X, and that cancels it out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I beg you to get one of these things right here, especially with supply versus demand. We don't know when we're going to get into another issue again where we can't find stuff in the grocery stores. Have your own. Go to the farmer's market, buy some fruits, buy some vegetables, and put your own in the freezer. Or put your own when you find stuff on sale, such as beans or flour or anything like that. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, wasn't that wonderful? So let's cut into a commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to show you how you can save money. As a matter of fact, the regular price of this machine here is $90. If you'll use the link you see right there and what you saw in the video, you'll be able to get it for $49.93. So that's quite a savings. Click that link, it's well worth it. We'll be back in just a few minutes. See you, hang tight. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonesmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Okay, we're back.
You have been at this for 12 years. Why are you doing it? Because God's children are not for sale.
Rated PG.
So good to be with you today. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of The Edge on IAC Radio, your source for news for in entertainment. You can also find us on television two different ways: Channel 182 on Charter Communications, syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. You can send an email anytime you want to. My email address is donna@donnasedge.com. I promise I'll get to you just as soon as possible after you send it. So let's just talk about a few benefits of using this vacuum sealer machine. It's worth it. I'm going to tell you, I have one that I bought back in the 1990s. I've been making soap for a long time, and so I was using it in packaging my soaps and my salts and the bath bombs and all those things. I still use it for that. I started using it for food. This old vacuum sealer, the one I bought in the 1990s, still works, but it was not capable of sealing jars like this one is. So that's why I bought this one, and I really do love it. So vacuum sealers actually save you time. So let's say you have an overabundance of tomatoes, cucumbers, or whatever in your garden, and you really don't have time to do a whole lot with it right now. Go ahead and chop those things up, put them in a hydrator, and then put them in vacuum sealer jars or in bags. It's going to save you a ton of time. Now, vacuum sealers also save you money. So what you can do is buy your meats in bulk, now we have someone that we use for all of our meat products. And these folks are really awesome. And so with all of our meats, and so I can vacuum seal the meats as well. And let me tell you something else. Sometimes for Sunday dinner, I'll go ahead and get a big roast, pot roast or whatever, or a ham or something like that, and buy it on sale, by the way. So I'm saving money. I don't spend a lot of money on groceries. I like to buy in bulk. Then after we eat off of it on Sunday, I'll go ahead and divide that up as soon as possible, put it in those vacuum sealer bags, and guess what? I've got more meat put in the freezer that I can get in individual bags that if, let's say, I've been taping all day and I'm just too tired to cook. All I've got to do is get that ham or get that roast beef or whatever, get that out of the freezer and put it on the sandwiches. I mean, you can do stuff like that. I mean, that's how you can save money. Also, they preserve food. That's the biggest reason that I like it. Vacuum sealers preserve food by preventing the growth of mold and bacteria. Vacuum sealing deprives your food of oxygen. That's the enemy to food right there. So mold and bacteria cannot grow without oxygen. So that's another good thing. Vacuum sealing actually protects your food. So let's talk about that for just a second. Vacuum sealing protects food from dehydration and freezer burn. How many times have you bought meat on sale and then later on you open it up, and especially ground beef, my goodness, it's horrible when it has that freezer burn. You wind up giving it to the dog. That's money wasted. So just spending, when I said it's on sale for $49.93, so just by buying that, I mean, using it one time there it is right there. Regular price $90, on sale for $49.93. So really, really think about it. It's going to save you a whole lot of money. So the shelf life, let's talk about shelf life. Shelf life of your food is greatly extended when you vacuum seal it. So vacuum sealing food preserves it 3 to 5 times longer than food stored in plastic containers or in regular bags. The exact amount of time food will last in vacuum sealing, it really kind of varies depending on whether you're storing it in the refrigerator, freezer, or the pantry. I like to use my jars for dehydrated foods such as tomatoes or whatever. Cucumbers, I didn't even know you could do that, and they taste great. So you're watching a movie late at night, date night with your hubby or your wife, and so you want a little snack, but you want something that's good for you. Those cucumbers are awesome. Food lasts longer. Did you know this? Frozen food that is vacuum sealed lasts an average of 2 to 3 years, while it lasts 6 to 12 months on average, stored other ways. So most vacuum sealed foods will last in the refrigerator 1 to 2 weeks, which is much longer than the typical 1 to 3 days. So let's say you find strawberries on sale in the grocery store, or you go to the farmer's market, and so you're buying a bunch of really good food that the farmer, your local farmer, has grown, so you know it's good stuff. It's going to last so much longer if you're going ahead and buy it up in bulk and put it in these bags. It's going to be an awesome way. No freezer burn with vacuum sealers. Okay, vacuum sealers provide food in an airtight environment. preventing the crystals. See, crystals cause a lot of freezer burn on your food, and it actually keeps these crystals from forming on your food. Vacuum sealing keeps the moisture in your food for an extended period of time, allowing you to enjoy food that tastes fresh months after you have stored it. Okay, vacuum sealed food just plain old tastes better. I mean, it does. So vacuum sealing holds in the moisture, juices, and the flavor of the food. You'll notice a difference in the taste. Now, I was explaining to you how to, let's say you got a roast beef and got gravy and it's left over. You don't want to throw it out. And, if you keep it in the refrigerator, it's just not going to last as long. Use those freezer bags any length you want to cut them. And I do a little double seal on mine just for extra. You don't even have to do that, but I just, I like to do preventive care. So I do double sealing, and then I'll put the pot roast with the gravy in bag. And I like to kind of put ours in small servings. And nothing I know is going to do filling me, so we're not eating the same thing over and over and over again. If you do a big service, and if you've got a big family, going ahead and do it. But it's just the two of us. So I'll put it in little individual bags. And then let's say we come in, we've been working in the garden all day, and we're both just pooped. All I've got to do is just get our little serving out and put it in I like to put it the night before in the refrigerator to thaw it out, but you can also put it in the microwave. Now let me give you a secret on the microwave. I like to go in ahead and while it's still in the bag, now it's going to burst if you don't at least put some pinching seals in it. So I pinch the bag, so it's not going to explode, let some air come out, put it in the microwave for just about 40 seconds. Now that's my microwave. Yours could be totally different. So adjust the timing to your microwave. So I'll go ahead and put it in there for about 40 seconds, take it out, then take everything out of the bag, put a paper towel over it, and I like to do 30-second intervals. And that way, you know how you put stuff in the microwave, sometimes it causes a little bit of hardness on the meats. It's not going to do that. And it's going to taste like you have just cooked it. It really is. You're going to get a great taste out of it. Vacuum seal keeps food safe. So vacuum sealing removes most of the oxygen, preventing chemical reactions that are triggered by oxygen that can cause food to spoil. It also prevents bacteria buildup that can cause storage, the spoilage in foods. Okay, now vacuum sealing keeps food fresh. So let me explain this to you. I've got a little bit over a minute left. Vacuum sealing not only keeps food from spoiling, it keeps fats in the food from going rancid. How many times have you put something in the freezer, you get it out, and it's like a rancid taste? You wind up giving it to the dog. This keeps food from changing color, as they often do in the freezer. It prevents them from getting this slimy feel or a bad odor. If it smells bad, we're not eating it. I'm tossing it out. Okay, number 12, store liquids easy vacuum sealed. So place the liquid in the freezer for a couple of hours so you can kind of harden it a little bit. Then place the partially frozen liquid into a sealing bag, leaving room at the top for sealing. You can also seal liquids inside a jar, and vacuum seal the jar. Vacuum seal leftovers, we talked about that. Reseal potato chips. Yeah, you can do that. So I've opened up the bag. How many times have you bought the big bonus bag because it was on sale? And it's just cheaper by the ounce. And then what happens is you open it once, you forget and leave it out. You're watching a movie or whatever and you forget. And then you're going ahead and seal it up, and it's just not the same. It doesn't taste the same. The chips taste kind of stale. If every single time you open up that huge bonus bag of chips, if you're going ahead and vacuum seal it with your vacuum sealer, every single time you open it up, it's going to taste fresh. So that way you can go ahead and buy in bulk and save money at the same time. We got to call it a day. Thank you so much for watching The Edge. My name is Donna, and I'm your host. I'll have to let you go, but we'll be back shortly with another show. Again, take care.